What's good, y'all? It's your boy Chris here, your one and only Data Bunny. Welcome to season 2 of the Data Bunny Tech News Podcast. Um, let's start this episode 1, right, of season 2 off with some artificial intelligence. So, if anyone wasn't familiar, it is today, right, January 25th, 2023. And recently, there's been some news flowing around, right? That there's supposed to be a Chat GPT like AI type of whether you want to call it a machine or a robot, whatever. Supposedly, it was so trying to play as a lawyer and defend someone in court. It was going well. It was going well, right? We were seeing articles left and right. Uh, I thought it was actually going to happen, but according to this article that we're going to read, the title of this article: "A robot was scheduled to argue in court, then came the jail threats." You know, jail threats, right? I thought it was actually going to happen. I was actually looking forward to it to see how it was going to go. I was kind of interested, but I guess that won't happen. uh, but yeah, this article was written today as well. So we're reading an article from NPR.org, and the article is by Bobby Allen. And if we scroll down here, let's get to it. A British man who planned to have a robot lawyer help a defendant fight a traffic ticket has dropped the effort after receiving threats of possible prosecution and jail time. So this guy dropped it. There's probably won't be something like this for a while, but it's kind of complicated when it comes to like the laws and stuff and what's need to be in place. So that could be another reason too, right? Joshua Browder, the New York-based CEO of the startup Do Not Pay. So Do Not Pay is the company that created this AI that would he created a way, right, for this AI to generate certain responses and whatnot for this case. He created a way for people contesting traffic tickets to use arguments in court generated by artificial intelligence. Right. Here's how it was supposed to work. The person challenging a speeding ticket would wear smart glasses that will both record court proceedings and dictate responses into the defendant's ear from a small speaker, right? The system was powered by a few leading AI text generators, including ChatGPT and DaVinci. So it looks like there were more say he didn't invent the AI per se, but he invented the way for it to work. He was going to guess from here he was going to use ChatGPT and DaVinci, which is most likely another ChatGPT like AI platform software, right? Have them both work in conjunction to come up with the responses. Let's keep reading. The first ever AI-powered legal defense was set to take place in California on February the 22nd, but not anymore. As word got out, an uneasy buzz began to swirl among various state bar officials. According to Browder, he says angry letters began to pour in. Multiple state bar associations have threatened us, Browder said. One even said a referral to the district attorney's office and prosecution and prison time would be possible. So yeah, this escalated pretty quickly. Let's see here. In particular, Browder said one state bar official noted that the unauthorized practice of law is a misdemeanor in some states, punishable up to 6 months in county jail. Right? Even if it wouldn't happen, the threat of criminal charges was enough to give it up, he said. The letters have become so frequent that we thought it was just a distraction, that we should move on. State bar associations license and regulate attorneys as a way to ensure people hire lawyers who understand the law, right? There are licenses and regulations that are in place. And right now, this AI stuff, right, especially for the court, is, it has to follow regulations too, in a way, I guess, right? So you either had the lawyers who are like, whoa, this shit is going to pretty much, take over, right? If it gets smart enough. And then you have B, there's laws and regulations in place, and that stuff doesn't meet any of that. So you can't just do it, right? You can't just put this robot in the court and then have it make decisions. Let's see, what else? Browder refused to cite which state bar associations in particular sent letters, and what official made the threat of possible prosecution, saying his startup do not pay, right? His startup is do not pay, is under investigation by multiple state bar associations, including California's, right? So they're all over them, man. In a statement, State Bar of California Chief Trial Counselor George Cardona said the organization has a duty to investigate possible instances of unauthorized practice of law. Man, so let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. We regularly let potential violators know that they could face prosecution in civil or criminal court, which is entirely up to law enforcement, Cardona said in a statement. Leah Wilson, the State Bar of California's executive director, told NPR that there has been a recent surge in low-cost, poor-quality legal representation that the association has launched a new crackdown on, though she would not comment on whether Do Not Pay was part of this effort. So they got this whole surge in, I guess you can call it bootleg representation in court that's going on. And they're like, hey, we gotta check this and see what's going on here. Why are there low cost, poor quality representation going on? And I guess they see that as, they see the ChatGPT and, well, the AI, right? They seeing that as a, whoa, that's cheap service, So let's keep going, right? Can't find here it is. In 2023, we are seeing well-funded, unregulated providers rushing into the market for low-cost representation, raising questions again about whether and how these services should be regulated, she said. So, pivoting away from AI legal defense amid threats. All right. Instead of trying to help those accused of traffic violations use AI in the courtroom, Browder said, Do Not Pay will train its focus on assisting people dealing with expensive medical bills, unwanted subscriptions, and issues with credit reporting agencies. Browder also still hopes it is not the end of the road for AI in the court. I don't think so. I think there will be another round of this. There may be, I see it as maybe a tool, if not already, right, in the court. It's just like the AI art, right? There are artists, right, that utilize certain artificial intelligence and algorithms to enhance their art per se, right? I can see that being in the court, being used some type of way. How this was used, maybe not. How this was going to be used, I should say, maybe not. Who knows, right? The truth is, most people can't afford lawyers, Browder said. This could have shifted the balance and allowed people to use tools like ChatGPT in the courtroom that maybe could have helped them win cases. I get his point. Right? A lot of people can't afford these lawyers. My question would be, though, is those who can't afford it, I don't think will be the only people utilizing it. I think there will be people who can afford it that's also going to utilize AI. You know, it could be a personal preference, right? Maybe someone wants a robot to defend them and not a human, you know? And then it being cheap. And if it's, you know, bringing out the same service of some sort, you know, it's cheap, but, you know, you're saving on money, right? The future of robot lawyers faces uncertainty for another reason that is far simpler than the bar association's existential questions, courtroom rules, right? Recording audio during a live legal proceeding is not permitted in federal court and is often prohibited in state courts. The AI tools developed by Do Not Pay require recording audio of arguments in order for the machine learning algorithm to generate responses. I think calling the tool a robot lawyer really riled a lot of lawyers up, Browder said. But I think they're missing the forest for the trees. Technology is advancing and courtroom rules are very outdated. Do Not Pay has raised $28 million, including funding from prominent venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz. According to analytics firm PitchBook, which estimates that Do Not Pay is worth around $210 million. Ladies and gentlemen, Do Not Pay is most likely probably going to get bought out by somebody too. This AI rush, right? Just look at what happened, what Microsoft is doing right now with ChatGPT. They took a chunk out of that, right? And I don't think that that's their last. I think they're probably gonna say, you know what, let's just take the whole cake, right? So, yeah, that's the end of this article. It was interesting. I was looking forward to seeing how it was gonna go, but yeah, we won't see that. Probably as of now, we won't see it, but we will eventually. But yeah, guys, I hope you had a good. Hope you enjoyed this podcast, and see you all next time. Have a good one.